The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here. This is Thursday, the 4th of December, the last month of the year. We're looking at the Dow down 47 at 47,836. Had a really good run from the 45,728 low of the 20th of November all the way to today's high of 48,000 and what is that, 49? That's 2,300 points. That's really nice action, and it's suggesting that I'd like the stochastic, which is 71%, to get to 80%, but that allows it time because it's only leg B. I'm anticipating there will be a higher high going to a peak C and then a peak D, and then we've got to reassess everything. How long does it take? You never know. But the speed with which we've come up suggests that we could have a 1. We haven't had a pullback in terms of we've still made a leg B. To make this a peak B means that from now until tomorrow's close, that's Friday, 48,049.72 must not be taken out. All right? Just make that as simple as you could. Basil, could you look at path? JB, I had this on my list. I was doing a little bit of work to see exactly. I always see path. I thought, that's interesting. So this is, did I type it in? Oh, I didn't even get to type it in. I wrote it down. Oh, my, look at that. So this was on my list yesterday. You can see I drew in the trend lines. I was getting ready. I thought, this is acting very well. Let me do it once again to see. I'll go to this particular right there, and I'll say, path, this is what I did yesterday. So it's even got it there. So let me go again. PAAT, stock does. And I just couldn't figure it out 100% quite what they did. But it said, so what does Path Stock Company do? And it says description. UiPath Inc. provides an end-to-end automation platform that offers a range of robotic process automation, RPA, solutions primarily in the United States, Romania, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, and internationally. So I like that. I like the whole thing with the robotics. And then as I was looking at that, what popped up was IRVT. So I'm putting the two together, and I thought, hey, this looks very interesting. This is iRobotics, which is I think it's here in the Boston area, the company. Anyway, iRobotics. And then I look at the chart and say, oh, my, that was a good move yesterday. But this thing was I remember it well. It was, I'm not sure if we ever owned it, but it went to 197.40 back in January of 2021. Then it had a little bit of a problem. It made a little double bottom low on the 20th and 21st of November at 1.40, and I typed in ×2, and it had a big spike up. So now the question is, what about that? Well, today it had we wouldn't have got it because I would not have bought it with a big gap up. I would have said it closed yesterday just at about 14.90 something. I would have said I would like to buy it. Maximum, if it was up a little bit, would be 15.15. I probably would have said, or lower. Well, today's low was 15.75. It's trading at 17.26. I don't know whether it got a recommendation. No, I don't have it written down. So, the question is a very simple one. Basil, could you look at Path by JB in the Den? All I can say is this trend line that I drew in last night, and I don't know why I usually do this, but I didn't. All the other ones I looked at, I did the notation, and I thought I better come back to this, and of course I didn't come back to it. So let me just do this live. We'll make this as if this is Friday, Technical Friday. I'll do this real quick. Look how quickly. I find the bottom. I go A, B. Each higher peak is alphabetized. D. Then it starts a brand new A right there. B. C, and then it goes to another D, but that wasn't an instant restart, so that gets a down arrow, up arrow. Okay, so this becomes an up arrow now. It wasn't going to be yesterday, although I love the fact that the 9 period crossed positive, that the MACD, beautiful swerve to the upside. Well, that was yesterday. So this is yesterday, right? So there we are. Starting to cross positive. The stochastic was still not so great in about the 60 or so area. Now it's at 81. The on-balance volume looked pretty good. And then I was waiting for the 9 period to cross positive. Well, there it is. So it did cross positive yesterday. And that's where it bumped into the resistance. I like it very much. Now, if you are in it, Warnpath delivers software robots that emulate human actions with precision and speed to automate repetitive tasks. Its platforms embedded AI, ML, and NLP. Okay, of course, I don't know what those letters stand for. Capabilities, improve decisioning, and information processing. So, Duncan, Steve, thank you for that. Yeah, I like it. I mean, what do you do now? I tell you what you do. If you aren't in it, but you're prepared to take the risk because it broke that so decisively. Now, I would love to have information right now, whether this was earnings, because we've lately seen, look, here's a stock that had fabulous earnings, IREN. We still have some from the 22s, but wow, what a beating. It goes to 76.87 on the 5th of November. The next day comes down, and that was it. 76.87 is trading. It went down to the 40 double bottom. I'm watching closely to see. And the reason is there's an offering. There's a whole bunch of things going on. So I think it still looks good looking out another couple of months. But right now it's kind of stuck. So all I want to say is I'd be watching this very closely. So let's go back to Path. Trading right now at 17.35 at the high of the day, just about. Somebody's listening to the show, maybe. I'd get in. Now, what I would do is this. I'd get in on thinking I'm going to have either 2 or 3 entries. One is right now, and it's a trading long. It's just an intraday thing. You're buying it at 17.38. You're going to have a trading stop. I'd make it fairly tight. Let me go to the 10-minute chart. So we're going to go to PATH. What did I do? I hit the wrong thing, but let's do it again. PATH. There we go. PATH. All right. So there it is at the high of the day. So look at this. This is, I have to go to the 1-minute chart. That's just getting a little toppy. It looks like it wants to pull back a little bit. So that's this starts, the move in the 5-minute chart started yesterday at 4:10. In the afternoon at 14.86, 1473 was the low. So here it goes, peak A. Let's just do this for fun. Hopefully you're in it, because all you need to do is know where is my stop and what do I do next. B, and then it spikes up to C, and it's in a D right now. So you're in a D, and we were talking about it. So it was 1737, now it's at 1744. Ooh, this is going to be exciting. So this is your only trade right now. And what the trade is that you're in it, you can have a trading stop. I'd have a trading stop of no more than maybe $1.30. So at $16 right now is your stop, and it's a trading stop. We'll be back. Dow's down 50, S&P's down 5. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Yeah, so we were talking about path. So as I said, you're in it, let's say it's 1737, it's 1744 right now. Oh, you're out of it. I was in it and closed it a few days ago for a small gain. Arg, I agree. But we'll re-enter. Look at it earlier this year for U.S. factory automation push. Thank you. Yeah, so what I'm saying is if you were trading it, then you would grab it right here. This would be just like an intraday trade, which could get you in nicely if it holds under certain conditions. And then I would assess and I would say if it holds and it closes and you're still in a profit by the end of the day, now you look at it and say, well, that's just kind of a quick grab. And now I have to look at it. And now we can go back to it. Actually, let me just, before I do it, I want to use this chart to show you something very interesting. I was going to type this in the den, but I was so busy with other things, I just didn't have a chance. I typed in the 5-minute chart this morning on that big spike from the 200-period moving average at 9 o'clock. It zips up to 68.80. What was that? 68. And just move that away for a second. I should know that because I was following it so closely. 68.80.75. And then it stalls, and I was wondering, what on earth was that? And I looked and I said, this looks to me like it could be an Eiffel Tower because the 10-minute chart is already in leg D. And then what happens? It comes down. I typed in Eiffel Tower in pink. I always do that with a question mark. And what does it do? It comes down, takes out the 200-period moving average, and does almost a 1-to-1 to the downside. Amazing. I love this technique. So here's your peak D. Now we have to see if we can form a base. And we'll talk about that a little later on. I just wanted to show you that because it's really one of the techniques that I developed. What is the Eiffel Tower? There's some news that comes out usually 8:30 in the morning or whatever it is. It just suddenly there's a spike up, but there's no foundation for it. And what happens is either it holds or it starts to come down. If it takes out 50% of the gain, watch out. It can come all the way back. Often it stops at about the 75% area and then starts another move. But if it takes out the left side low, and especially if it takes out the 200-period moving average, watch out. And you have the 9-period moving average and 14 crossing negative. Now you're starting to form some kind of a base. 68.58, we'll watch this closely. 68.64 is the 200-period exponential moving average. I'd be careful. That's going to be a big test of whether there's strength. And even more important than that, I had a couple of questions about some in the oil service area. So let me just do this. Type that in. Got it. Okay. So now what I want you to do is I wanted to look at this and say, is there a chance today that this is just a natural breather after all those fantastic moves to the upside, and that we are looking at a pullback, but by tomorrow we go to another high? And whether or not we get to new highs today, that is yesterday's highs, is really the issue. But most importantly, are we looking, look, your 9-period moving average turning up, MACD's turning up, stochastics almost at 80% in the 1-minute chart. It's starting to look pretty darn good. And if that's the case, then what I'm going to say is, within the context of, let's just say, rebounds, a rebound is one thing. But to really get going to the upside, you need to see each moving average here. 5-minute is 68.62. The 1 minute is 68.64. These are the 200-period moving averages, and we're right now the 10-minute 200-period moving average. So this is a really important moment, because you've got a lot of, well, how can I put it? You've got a lot of positives within the Dow stocks themselves, but there are a couple that kind of got hit a little bit hard. So I'm just watching this very closely. I like to do this. This is almost like a little lesson. So we're out the path position 1741. That's what I was saying. Where would let's just say you get stopped out and pulls back. If this gap up, now I'll teach another lesson. The late Dave White used to call it the 3-day rule. I have 3 rules. One is that if the very following session after a gap up, the price goes above whatever the high is of this particular, let's call it today, the high, whatever the high is today. If it goes to a higher high tomorrow and it pulls back, but it doesn't take out more than halfway of the full body of the candle, then there's a really good chance that it could go to another high. And if it closes above that, you could see highs, recovery highs, all the way through for about 3 or 4 days. Then when it finally does break, be careful, because if it does eventually take out the low of 1575, which is today's gap up low, then you got to start looking at it and say, aha, now you got to be careful, because this could be a one-off. If any of the Friday to Monday. So if by Monday we've not even come close to taking out, say right now the halfway mark is at 16.80. Let's just say that it holds nicely into Monday. This could be the breakout. You might not fill this gap for a little while. Keep that in mind. The moment you start to get under the gap, now you've got to be careful. All right. So we'll look at it again on Monday. Within that context, what I'm going to do here is to say, just cancel. I want to do that right there. Okay. So some of the questions that came in, did I finish looking at gold? Gold is trading up to, it made a peak D. It's holding the 9-period moving average. 9's over the 14. 14 is very nice distance between that. The channel wave inside, you remember I drew the triangle in, and within that I always put in, if I can, I put in inside track, propellant zone, inside track, repellent zone. It went above it, but being above it is just one move in this particular case. What you really need to see is a move into the 43.15s. Very good action so far. Nice little minor pullback. Is that the music? Am I hearing something? Well, I'll just have to wait for the music. I might be talking into it. Let's just do this. So a question came up about GE. GE, a nice move up today. First time you've had a nice big candle off an H pattern. This could be a cup formation saying, hey, we could be breaking. If we close above this high right here for 2 out of 3 sessions, that's 298.68. You've gone from a dreaded H, successful H pattern, to the cup formation. I'm hearing some noise, and I don't know whether that is a signal for me, but it doesn't matter. I'll just talk right into it. There you go. Okay, so the market couldn't hold, and now it's starting to pull back. Down 39, the Dow down 13. So look at this candle right here. So that's General Electric. A good. Look at the weekly chart, holding the 9-period moving average. The 9's over the 14. It's doing very nicely. We're going to watch this. Someone mentioned GE Vernova, GEV. Oh, that's a good candle. I think it broke out. Yes, this is a brand new this is a leg C in GEV. It's at 625.44 up 23. Very nice action. So enough. Let's put that A and a B and a C and an up arrow because the stochastic's running nicely. MACD is very strong. Oh, this looks very good. Looks to me like it wants to get into the body of this candle of the 18th or 19th of last month. And it's after that peak D. Let's see where the next, the support. Yeah. So this is, all right. I don't have any resistance levels until you get to 664.69, the high of the 15th at that peak D. This is nice action. I'll draw it in. The left side, right side, price time match as soon as we get back. Another question came in. Intel, as we go to the break, Intel, INTC. INTC is trading down. Yeah, this is, I looked at this yesterday. A, B, C is a peak C. I'll be back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
So you see this V-shaped pattern in the 1 minute chart? This move now has a possibility of getting to the 68, 63 level. Within that context, let me just do this. Hey, look, it broke the 200-period moving average there. It's almost at the one for the 5 minute chart. This is going to be an important moment because the Dow, if it actually goes to it closes positive, I would have expected some kind of a pullback. So the question is Intel. So maybe tomorrow I'll do this on the left side. I've got in the lowercase, usually it's uppercase for the move on the way up for the peaks and lowercase on the way down. But I redid this, and I was going to do it recently because I looked at this and it failed at a peak C, and that's really unusual. And I thought I did something wrong, and I show you the recount is that this becomes a new buy mode. I'll do it right now. This becomes a new buy mode. It goes peak E. Oh, man, I did that wrong. That E becomes E/A, even though it's not an instant restart. F becomes F or a B. G becomes a C. And then you go to right here, a D. And that C becomes an actual E. And that would be perfect. We're not in it. I've been kind of watching it. It's so silly because once this whole rectangle formation, once I saw the breakout, I said, oh, man, Intel has nothing. They're one of the worst chip builders. They used to be, everything you saw was Intel made it. Intel inside is Intel. And then it was just absolutely not Intel. Now they've got sponsorship. That means they're going to be back in business. So this is wrong. This is the H pattern. They went to a beautiful cup formation in the monthly chart. So now I really like Intel in terms of, as I say, sponsorship. I think this is really important. And now what's going on is that's a leg D in the weekly chart. This was a peak E in the daily chart. It's a brand new peak C, and it should go above to the 44.02 high that was made yesterday to go to a leg D. So it's acting very well. After that, maybe it starts to come down again because it still hasn't produced anything. Thank you for mentioning that. So can you please, for short-term trade, I'd be looking at the upside, and then I'd be a little careful. All right. And it depends on how deep. If this is a very deep pullback and by tomorrow it's actually down to 41.19, that's going to make it much tougher. But right now, I think this is just a well-deserved from the 33 area to 44, 10 points and 30%. Hey, it deserved a bit of a break. Next question came in. IWM. Oh, no, SLB. Slob, they used to call it. Schlumberger. Schlumberger is trading at 37.54, made a peak D top back on about the 8th or so of November, pulls back quite sharply. Beautiful symmetry, left side, right side, price, time match. Look at this. Oh, I love this. Tomorrow, Friday afternoon, I do my video for subscribers, and I believe I'm going to do it a very in detail one with just more of what we've got, what we're looking at, what's working, almost all the positions that we have right now. The new positions are doing very nicely. So what I am going to do is I'm going to say, if you're interested in my newsletter, I just haven't been able to figure out how to do the next webinar. I do want to do one, but it has things like this. Left side, right side, price, time match. Should have gone to today, but I've extended it just a little bit because it looks like, there you go, turn that, okay, there. It looks like within the next 2 sessions by Monday, it should tackle this left side high that was made right there on the 11th of November at 38.08. It's trading right now at 37.51. And the weekly chart really is a rectangle formation. We just saw that in Intel. When it gets sponsorship, it really breaks out. So I like this. If you are interested, so Schlumberger, I used to have this all notated. 1,000 times I've done it. All right, Schlumberger Oil Service. Let me just put this real quickly here. I'll go to this chart right here, and I'll put in, I'll probably spell Schlumberger. It does. provides technology and services to the energy industry, including reservoir characterization, drilling, and production. So this is very much like rig. I like this very much. But a rectangle formation can last a lot longer than your patience, so just be a little careful, because what you want to see is a confirmation of the weekly chart, 9-period moving average is good. The MACD is strong. The retro strength of the weekly is good. The stochastics at 77%, hugging the 80% line. On-balance volumes rallying. I like this, but you could get stuck by buying it here at 37, and then it goes back into the rectangle. But it's starting to make higher highs and higher lows. I like it, but what I would say is treat it as a work in progress. The work in progress implies that it isn't ready yet. But look, if I do it from this low, I have to do that, because in a rectangle formation, you have to identify the lowest low and count each successively higher peak. There it is. A, B, C1, didn't break it, C2, and we're going to buy it. And this very often goes to a D. Yeah, so at any point in December, if Schlumberger is trading at 39.50 to 40, it means for the first time in in a year, over a year, the 200-period moving average is going to become active. The moment you get close to it, it should grab the price, and then it should glue it and stay there for a little bit. Okay? Yes, I like it. So the big problem here is that if this candle makes a double top right there, and then it fails 36, it must hold 36 to 35. If it breaks that, you're going to be stuck in the rectangle longer. If it pushes sharply, SLB is the symbol, trading at 37.55, unchanged. If it goes quickly into the 38.60, $38.90, 39.10, that's a breakout, and that's fantastic. Hope that helps you. Next question came in, SMR. SMR. Oh, I did this once, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, New Scale Power Core. I saw this the other day. SMR, I think you might have mentioned it, and I looked at it, but I looked at it, and I said, oh, holding the 200-period moving average, having in the weekly chart, made it just a beautiful, look at this. Look at that. A, B, and that's me. Remember, this is not automated. Steve has the Chapman Wave automated, but there are just a couple of things that I like to do that are very difficult to program, and does make a difference for me anyway. Pulls back and goes to the 200-period moving average. So what I'm going to say is this is just a horrible chart, but just to see if it takes off, you might have to do it 2 or 3 times at 21.34. I would enter at 21.34. I'd have a tight stop of 19.80 to 21.20. But yeah, you could just start your position there, and it's called New Scale Power Call. I'll be right.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. an amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
We're looking at the 1-minute chart. We're looking at the 1-minute chart. I said the 200-period moving average was really important to hit. We did that in the 1-minute chart. Look at the 5-minute chart. Went right through it, and look. The 5-minute chart for the first time, it's a 5-minute chart, so I don't want to get involved by saying it's fantastic because it's crossing the 9-period moving average, but this is the first time that it's gone L since that big sharp sell-off back at 9:30. So let's see if it can hold all the way through. If it can hold, then I'd say that it's a good chance that the bottom, at least for the day, was made at the 68.45 area, but the day is young. Anything can happen. You don't want to see it break under 68.55 in the meantime. All right, let's get back to our story. So a question came in about SMR, and I'm just saying it was 21.27 before, now it's 21.42. Yeah, it's a lousy chart. What you're doing is it's more an intermediate term position you'd want to put on. And this is just an experiment to see if this is a peak A, peak B, peak C. Look at Bitcoin. It had the same thing. Look at this. BTC, it had peak A, peak B, very minor. Look, a small little A, then a small little B, and a C. Good percentages, but on the big chart, it looks like nothing. And today, Bitcoin is up 135 at 93.400. I really thought, is this the opportunity to add to our position? We bought the IBIT, and we've taken quite a bit off. But I did want to keep it because looking out, it's still, the monthly chart was still good. So, I mean, we were long from way down here and the under 30. And let me just, I shouldn't have said that. I look at so many charts that I just, for the moment, I think... No, I think this is under 40. That's right. That's what I meant. I think we're under 40. I think it's 39. And it's screamed up to 71.82. Well, it's come back quite sharply, but now it's at 52. And I'm looking, I don't know if I want to add. I think this is just a rebound. All right, that's I. But what I'm doing is I'm just going to go to FXI because that was another question. So the FXI, I'd say it's stuck in the rectangle in the lower range after that peak D. And here it is at 39.38. And the 9-period moving average, pink, is trying to move up, but it can't. And within that context, I'm just going to say to you that it's you see the rectangle here, you see this arch formation, it's done the dreaded H, but it's held. So it looks to me, the best case right now is it goes from the weekly chart, this is a China large cap ETF, goes from an H, And if it holds, then it's just going to make another H. So I think FXI is just stuck in a range for now. It breaks out if it can get you 41 and then break above 42. That'll be very important. But I think right now it's just kind of stuck. I don't even think it's going to break the low of 38. Let's say the 38 level should hold, but we'll watch it. In the meantime, it's just not doing very much. Next thing I want to look at here was question came in about IWM. Yeah. So look, this is very important. So in the Tiger YouTube, Baseball Eyeball says IWM 2-click buy on the day on the way to a breakout. So yeah, look at that. Up $1.19 at 250.82. So what I want you to say before is tomorrow I'm going to do my subscriber video, which I do every week, an hour and a half video for you to just peruse over the weekend to see where we are, what we're doing. And for a long time I've been saying we do want to look at the IWM as a rotational favorite now. And we went long. And we're all long, and we're looking at it. I would have gone into the 3 times long, but there are so many 3 times longs you can get. This is like a core position for subscribers who are looking at something that is like a mutual fund that they can just buy and hold. I don't know if you can buy and hold, but at this particular point, the way it's acting, if IWM in December goes above 252, closes above 252.77, the all-time high, that starts a leg B in the monthly chart. I mean, more than that you can't ask for, right? That's fantastic. So I like it. And the 2-click session, let me just double check here. Okay, IWM. Okay, IWM. Yeah, if you got that bottom, this is just a beautiful, look at this. IWM 10-minute chart. A. This is the Russell 2000. Oops, I better save before I end up having to rewrite a whole bunch of these things again. So there he goes. A, B. So what I'm advising, if you're interested in my newsletter, this is an opportunity. I don't know if I'd like to do. I was going to prepare for one next week, but there's just so much going on that I needed the time for my subscribers because what we're looking at here is that's an A. And an alternate gun, then that's an E/B, right there. Where's the B? There. And that's an F. Then it pulls back and it's an F/C. So this could, in fact, turn out to be a D or an A. But look, everything's positive. When you pull back, when the chart pulls back and the 9-period moving average is strong, wow, it's like a spring-loaded move to the upside. So this is still very powerful. I'm talking about a one-click session. If you got in the lows in the 249 area today, yeah, it could turn into a one-click session. But don't lock it in your mind that it's a one-click session. Be prepared. Look, now the 5-minute chart just started to move to the upside, IWM. So this is peak A right there. Very nice. That's a peak B. And there's your C. All right, so you're waiting for a leg D still to come. All right, so then I just wanted to do that. But I think the IWM has legs for January, February. We'll see. Of course, next week, can the Fed do anything now? I think they're kind of obligated. Usually what they do is before the January, when a new president comes in, they don't do anything. There is a president there. They can do anything they want now. And I don't see any reason why they don't at this point, even though the market's at almost at all-time highs. Baseball Eyeball says 31.26 new high going to come. Is that what you mentioned? 3126 new high going to come in at the Swag Thrust Friday. Yeah, so anyone remember Marty Swag? Real quick, I don't know if I got the story. I'll do it while I'm looking at the next chart. The next chart was, could I go to, whoa, what happened here? Was somebody watching that? Is that for me? Okay, yeah, about CDE. So CDE is not one, although we own it, I'm very close to switching out. Talk about switching out. I switched one of the things the other day. It's trading at 15.92. There are other, let me just see what PAS is doing. PAS is trading at 44. That's a much better look. I mean, that's a good looking chart, right? Pan American Silver, even though it's pulled back quite a bit. So CDE needs to call mining. We own it from the 792, streamed up to 2361. We took lots of little bits off, got a little bit of a core position. And it took over. What was it, NGX? It's got a little bit of a problem. I think in 2026 it might start up again when everything gets resolved. But it's not acting all that well. It needs at 1594. You better hold 1550, but it needs to try quickly for 1635. And then I'll say, okay, it can start to move up with silver. I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman, Tiger Ignitions Hour. One more segment to go.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Hi, folks. So we're looking at, let me just do this quickly for the very final segment here. So we had a question about where did it go? PDYN in the robotic space. So you see this little tiny move here, having been all the way up into the mid threes, comes down to 5.04, peak A, peak B. Well, percentage-wise, remember what Tommy always says, don't be fooled by percentages on very low-priced items. So this is it. A to B goes from 5 to 6. That's the point. I mean, that's already nearly 20%. So that's not the point. The point is it was up there. So look here. I didn't have finished doing my notation, but let's just treat this as an A. This last one as an A, B. Oh, where did it go? B, another BC. So is that a continuation pattern? No, that's ABCD. That's fine. This is ABC. And then what does it do? It takes out the left side low. So it's a C minus, right, in the weekly chart. This is a brand new move. So all I can say is that what I would look for is PDYN, which is Paladin AI Core. What it needs to do, lovely candle today, up 30 cents at 612, up 5%. What I want to see, if I'm looking at this and I'm long, is I want to see it get into this ugly bar with a high of 6.67 that was on the 13th of November. The closer over the next week that I can get to 7 means that 717 is the 200-period moving average. It just went right through it before. But it'll become a magnet if we can get to the 6, and it's 6.11. If we can tag 6.63 and then close above, after that, close above 663, then that 717 becomes, but there's a lot of work to be done to get the 9-period moving average. So I'm going to wrap it up because you're going to go to Steve Rhodes right now. Check out my opening call. As I say, if you want to become a subscriber, we've started putting money together, and most of them are up today very nicely. So what I would say to you is sign up, and then you can get my video tomorrow for my subscribers, hour and a half long. It's only for subscribers. I don't know when I can do the webinar coming up, but we're already putting money to work because this move looks like it does have legs to the upside.